So I did a little bit of playing last night off stream, and that's water, by the way. I can't believe it's not a Pepsi Zero or Pepsi Max. Anyway, I did get Dumbledore up to 26, which is a little bit more than what we had done on the lines. So I figured we'll pick it up this morning since I got done with my doctor work, and we'll get on to leveling. Still on the hardcore. Dumbledore's 26 has not died yet. We're going down a fire tree-ish setup. And we'll just refresh where we're at with gear. We have a spirit sword, resistance helm. Not that we need the extra resistance. I think even without it, right now we're fine. I could probably just take that off and put my helm on that just has some mana. Might as well. I don't need the extra resistance right now. I'll stick that in the old shared stabbed. Oh, that is the shared tab. Fine. Until we hit 27, and we can flip on to the lore. Just a tick away. Anywho's. So back to the gear. So we have a spirit sword, stealth, ancient's pledge, cast with resist amulet, cast rate with resist ring, cast rate with resist ring, belt with life, Siggins technically. Some resistance on my gloves and half freeze duration, and just some fast run walk. Threads of Satan. That's our setup. Skill wise, we have points in Ring of Fire, Flame Wave, and we've got the prereqs to get to Apocalypse. I have not tried the Signal of Rancor or the Signal of Death yet. Should. And have a few points in Miasma Bolt. I haven't done anything in Demon or the Eldritch Tree. As far as points, we have 60 in Strength, nothing in Dex, and the rest in Vitality right now. So that's our setup. We have gotten through the Frigate Highlands, the Arat Plateau. We've rescued Anya. So that part is done. So we'll go off to the Crystalline Passage and start heading towards Worldstone Keep 2. We are level 26, so we'll be getting experience here as we go. Because, for those who don't remember, you are below 25, you get no XP. And, or in Act 5. Here's where I might use that ring. Let's turn on my... And we do have a loot filter on. So I'm only targeting greater and above potions. Arat Plateau. We're looking for the Glacial Trail. Hey, I guess we can go put our lore helm on real quick. Might as well. Extra skill point, right? We used our chipped gem helm for 2 kills. Alright. Where is a lore? There we go. So now we have an extra skill point. Not too shabby. Now we have another skill point. I'm waiting to get to Ring of Fire. Question is, after we start doing this, should we get a demon? This is a tank. He has chance of crushing blow. Should help with bosses, I suppose. I don't know. We'll think. Where do we put our point? Flame wave? Probably. And we'll just keep pumping vitality. There we go. Glacial Trail. Okay. Fire shrines. God, why do these even exist? They're just terrible. I think those are the two things I don't like the most in Diablo. Is dolls and the flame shrine. My two most hated things. It would be nice to have my teleport staff. That's okay. We'll get there. We will get to the teleport staff. I almost feel like I'm just using Flame Wave more than I am Ring of Fire. But I'll keep it on the Q bar for now. They both work. Oh, that's what I wanted to try. I just wanted to see what Ring of Death does. Where's that at? Ring of Death. Ring of Death. Slay enemies less than 13% health. So it's like a killer. I don't know if I need that or not. Hey, there's a waypoint. Might as well get that. Might as well grab it. Tundra. Alright. Fly across the tundra here. We don't spend a lot of time in this zone. We kind of just fly through it. Well, if you see a waypoint, might as well grab it, right? Not that I don't think we'll come back to this zone. Did I miss one of the champions? I guess there's not a champion. That's fine. Alright, Ancient's Way. Huh. Straight to the summit, sure. We'll try them. How to get them in this circle. Easy peasy. Flame wave and vitality. And we're almost to 30. Now, pally shield. I always like to look at them. Find a good 4-socket pally shield. Why wouldn't you keep it? 2 sockets and resist. Don't need it. I didn't even look at the cast. 27 cast rate. I honestly didn't look and see if the other one I had in my inventory was a better cast rate for my spirit sword. Don't need attack rating. We'll get rid of that gem. Sure. Extra skill, why not? Is this the waypoint or down? Alright, so from the waypoint in this, it's you hang a right, so to get to the waypoint from here, we'll hang a left. At the waypoint now. Down and get Diablo. Now, unfortunately, this zone, there's no rhyme or reason to the pattern. You just get down here and you just roll, I guess. Not that way. Keep looking. Alright, we got the throne. Down balls minions. All the way down the circle here. He's immune to fire. Forgot. But that's why we got our miasma bolt. So far, this is a pretty slick setup. Next two waves will probably say something. Not terrible, actually. Honestly, that was not terrible. That was not awful. Okay, and potions, I think. Let's go try Mr. Bale. And he moves. Right when you put the thing down. Why wouldn't he? This is where maybe having that Goatman and Crushing Blow would, I think, could be useful. This for bosses in particular. Nothing really exciting. That was pretty slick. Pretty slick.
Good to see you.
That's crud, crud, crud. Crap. Alright, this one has 33% faster cast rate. Well, why am I not wearing that one? Lower cap. I like the lower bone helm better. I could go for cannot be frozen versus 20 life. I don't think that's really affecting me. I'll stick with the 20 life. I mean, really, that's all I'm getting out of that belt right now is life. Venom Grip, Crushing Blow, Barbarian Armor. I have an Insight built somewhere. For a level 48. We're not there yet. Lower level one. Useful. Fire res stuff. Cast rate and fire resist. And extra mana. Let's see, how much mana? 202. That's more mana. Did that affect my resistance much? No. Do that ring. Good all resist amulet. This one's got cast rate, so we'll stick with that for now. Druid skill amulet. Barb amulet.
The ancient evening.
Nothing. All right. Well, we're repaired. We finished normal at 29. We're doing pretty decent on the old resistances and health and skills, so let's try Nightmare. I don't even think we're going to go back and farm Bale like we normally would.
Good day.
All right, so our resistances, cold is a little on the low side. Lightning is almost maxed. Cold is almost maxed. Which we could fix that pretty easy, actually. See, what was not maxed? Cold, lightning, and poison. And hit recovery. I'd lose speed. Does that fix our resistances? Cold is almost maxed. Poison is almost maxed. I lose a little faster run walk, but I don't really mind. I do have half freeze duration on this too, so that helps. And the hit recovery I'm not hating. These are pretty nice. Cold resist, lightning resist, poison reduce, and 20 faster run walk, but I need 70 strength. That might be worth going up to. Cannot be frozen on a helm. In my hearth. There. Vitality. Increased life, but I'm not going to get rid of my lore. Here's your tail. Don't need that. .63 all resist and faster block rate. If I go to my Mosers, that would fix everything real quick. Then I could actually maybe invest into block. That's at 31. Maybe we start looking at maxing out block too. As another defensive measure. That might be something to consider. Obviously, we can go up to 156 strength and get a spirit shield too. That'll be at what level? At least 54. Oh, wait. Item level 54, yeah. Fire resist. Do I have any cold resist? I could keep the faster run walk boots and go to this amulet that has all resist. I have on here cast rate, but I lose lightning and fire. I don't want to really do that. I think we're fine. 32, I can get a 10. Here you go. I'll just put this in my charms right there. That fixed the cold rust. Poison. We're close. All right. We're fine.
Yes?
I don't feel bad about this. I still think we'll probably get an Act 2 mercenary.
Good day.
Like you always do. Well, let's go experience Act 1 Nightmare.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me.
Oh, down to 7 teleports. There's our den. And the cold plains. Den of Evil. Let's go finish it.
Another den of evil.
Is there somebody back in this little corner? No. Let's keep rolling left here, and let's keep rolling with Flame Wall. Seems to be doing fine. Doesn't seem to be as mana expensive as hitting both of them. So what I could do is do that and follow it up with a, you know, that. I like using that sigil for bosses, at least. It brings their... they take 23% more damage when they're in that circle. Oh, one monster left. Where did we miss one? There he is. Den of Evil done.
Departs with me.
All right, let's go rescue Cain. We'll head that way. And we'll, you know, throw some flame waves at things as we go. So far, it seems to be doing really good as far as kill speed. Alright, I always get this mixed up, which road to take, if it goes to Bloodraven or to the Stony Field, but... you have a 50-50 chance, I guess, but somebody probably knows the right way to do it. Alright, we got a new skill. We have Apocalypse. So, let's switch... keep Flame Wave on that, and we'll make this W, I think. Maybe I keep that on S. Let's see what this does. Apocalypse. New skill. That was awesome. Alright, I think we're going to start pumping up Dex, because I think we're going to flip to the block shield that I have. So we're going to go for block. Well, shoot, we picked Bloodraven. Let's go kill her just for fun.
My army will destroy you.
Come on, Bloodraven, stay in the circle. Light boots. Eligible for Chronicle. Adalia's boots. Again, another one of those entry-level boots. They're not terrible, but nothing exciting. So what does Apocalypse exactly do? Create a pentagram, engulfs all enemies in hellfire, reduce enemy fire resistance for the Apocalypse's damage. Casting delay of 1.8 seconds, fire damage of 521 to 612, minus 18 or minus 8 fire resistance and a radius of 33 yards. Does have a huge mana cost. What is its synergy? Probably Ring of Fire and Flame Wave. So we just keep pumping these. So max this, probably this, and then that. Right? And then maybe we get a goat. We'll see. We'll think about it. Because we either choose to get goats or do we go down the magic line to give us some other option to deal with fire immunes.
Can't carry anymore.
I don't know why I'm even looking at that. Okay, I'm trying to figure out which way I like my things best. Always when you're trying to figure out how to set your hotkeys up, I spend too much time just sitting here and thinking about it. Just trying to develop which muscle memory do I want for what skill. Let's try this. There's Stony Field. Oh, dang it, I got rid of my XP. That's fine. Yeah, I do not like that on my left click, I don't think. Maybe I do. I'm keeping the asthma bolt on the left click, I think. Where do I put? let's try that for a bit.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, so now we just gotta find the underground passage, which is right there. And then through the underground passage into the dark wood. That's where we're heading. Trying to get my hotkeys and my muscle memory down for this setup.
I am overburdened.
I hate archers, so let's kill them. Alright, we're into the dark wood. Let's find us a big set of bears, whatever they are.
Such an old tree. Pity its fruits are just this scroll.
Get some room in here a little bit. Grab the scroll. And let's find the waypoint before we take off. Actually, we could probably just go find the waypoint to the next zone. We'll just take the road. If we find the dark wood, we're not going to complain. Backmarsh. New skills. Like I said, I'm going to keep pumping dex a little bit. So I think we're going to go to block for a little extra defense. We are playing hardcore, right? And I'm thinking on this next point, do we go ahead and start getting into a... Alright. Do we start getting into a... summon. Alright, a cheap 4-socket Hellbred. And at least we can get mana regeneration before we get a better thing, so keep that. As in getting an insight, that's 4-socket polearm. look at that flail. Ethereal. F. Alright, we got the Black Marsh waypoint. Alright, let's drop this off into our personal stash. That was a polearm, right? Yeah, polearm. That. Is there anything else in there I wanted to drop? Yeah. Gems. Runes.
Good evening.
Can hardly believe you defeated Bloodraven. Alright, let's identify some stuff and sell it. Sell that. Grab some potions. She identified that for us. Might as well grab some scrolls. Head back to the Arc Wood. Go back to our shared stash here. Let's switch to this. Let's see, where's our block at? 25% chance to block. And it maxes out our resist. Does that max out our resist if we go back to our faster run rock boots? And I don't hate the Rockstopper helm either, just for that damage reduction and extra vitality. But we're not going to give up our skill. Get a little magic find and faster run walk. This has a little bit of life. Let's see. That does not max out our resist anymore. There's that. Probably stick with the resistances. I don't want to get killed by something stupid. Oh, and we can have our teleport staff now. Good. Oops. Now we can have teleport.
I can't do that here.
Actually, since I have teleport, I can keep a shield up too. Because he can have a teleport staff and a shield.
Not in town. Not in town.
Perfect.
Hi there.
41 to life. Belt. Only 3 slots though. Let's see if Geed's got anything better belt-wise. Fire resist. Nope. Okay. So back to what I was thinking here. So I think we go ahead and try to get our resistance or our block up. I don't think that's a terrible idea. I think we're going to go back and forth. And let's get a goat man. Maybe. As our secondary skill. We have these points in Miasma Bolt that we probably won't need that we could get back. Well, we have a respect. Let's just use it.
Welcomes you.
Yep. All right. So strength-wise, I think we got to go up to. Let's keep going till 60 for our belt. For now. $60. All right. Chance to block is 15%. This has 25% increased chance of blocking. So let's try to get our block up. 43%. 49%. 50%. 55. What's the chance on the shield is 62. Match is 75, so. Do I go max block? I don't hate that idea. We are hardcore. 75, and then we'll dump the rest into vitality. Okay. Then skill-wise, let's do this. That's max I can put into Apocalypse right now. We're going to not do the bolt. And let's get a Goat Man. Passive of the Goat Man. Blood Oath. Bind the life force of your demons to protect from the enemy attacks. Life of your demon is 50%. It's a passive. Huh. 5% damage taken goes to your demon. Let's put a point in that. Consume. Sacrifice your demon in exchange for its power. Max life, run walk, and it lasts a certain amount of time. Sure. Okay, and then Death Mark. Forces your demon to teleport and attack an enemy. Blood Boil. Erupt the demon's blood to damage nearby enemies. Okay. Engorge. Heal and empower your demon by feeding it a corpse. That's probably going to be useful. Summon a Tainted. Summons a Tainted to fight by your side. That's also fire. That's good. Summon a Defiler. Summon a Defiler that binds the enemy's soul together. Okay. And this is a prereq to get to Bind Demon. So let's put a point here. So we can get a Bind Demon. Summon a... I'm going to have a lot of hotkeys here. Okay. Lethargy, I think, is important. Ring of Fire. I don't think we're going to be using Ring of Fire anymore. Let's summon a Goat Man at Q. Alright, we got a Goat Man. We'll put... Let's see, what do we put on... What does Consume do? Sacrifice your demon in exchange for its power. What did that do? Alright, I was trying to see what it does. Does it go away when you get the demon? Attack speed, attack rating, life. Max life of 8%. So our life is 386. Let's sacrifice this guy. 411. Then when we summon him, okay, so it goes away. I got you. Okay. So we have to decide if we're going to keep him up or sacrifice him. Got it. Got it. Okay. Blood Boil. What does this do? Erupt. So I have to decide if that's going to be good or not. I don't know. What else we got here? A summon tainted. Summons a tainted to fight by your side. Let's put him on W. Okay, can we not have more than one demon? I gotcha. So we're probably not going to have the Goat Man. Gotcha. We can only have one. Well, let's see. Can I summon a Goat Man and then sacrifice him? That increased my health to 411. Can I then summon the Tainted? Nope, it goes away. Okay. Okay. Summon a Defiler. What does a Defiler do? Damage share between bound targets 37%. Max souls damage shared 40%. Let's just see what he looks like. Where's the Defiler? Oh, that guy. Yeah, I don't like those guys. They suck. Let's go back to the Tainted. I like him better. So we're going to go with the Tainted, partially because we're doing fire anyway. Now, can we bind a demon and have a Tainted? That's going to be interesting to see. I hope we can. And Engorge. Heal and empower your demon by feeding it a corpse. Okay, that's probably going to be important. Let's put Engorge on W. I don't know if we're going to end up using... Where was Blood Boil? I'll probably put that on... I'm putting that on. Put that on R. Goatman, we're not going to summon. Consume is on S. Sure. Actually, I'm going to take that off. Let's put... we're going to be summoning Tainted, so let's put him on Q. There we go. S, consume. I'll put Bind Demon on S. Okay. And then we'll put Flame Wave on our left click and Apocalypse on this click. Okay. Trade. Bind Demon. Death Mark gives a 1 chance percent to bind a demon per level. Force an injured demon to do your bidding. It has to be injured. Chance to bind is 19%. Okay. So we're going to have to figure out how to bind demons. Next level increases its damage and chance to bind. I see. Well, we're still trying to max this out, so maybe what we'll do is we'll go, what does this do? Attack rating, attack speed, 1 rock speed of the demon. So let's try to do this. Should I have put points in consume? I don't know. Bonus from Tainted. Minus 8% to fire resistance, 13% to fire damage skill. Oh! That's actually probably worth dumping the Tainted. Just to boost our fire. So I'm not mad I put points in that. We'll see how that works. Maybe we're looking at maxing Bind Demon We'll max consume and then max out these. Well, maybe, well, we'll max these out. Then decide how much we're putting into demon and maybe consume. I don't know. We're playing with this as we go. I haven't looked at any of the online stuff, really. So we're figuring it out as we go. Figure it out as we go. All right, let's go back to fire, and we'll dump the rest of our skill points into fire wave. Flame wave. Fire wave, flame wave. Summon tainted, engorge. I think we're going to consume them. And not do that. Yep.
I can't do that here.
For the extra power. Then we just have to find a demon we want to deal with. Oh, why am I back in the Black Marsh? Gotta go to the Stony Field and we'll go rescue Cain.
This is what happens when half measures are taken with demons.
Hey, how can I find that guy? Didn't work. All right, we got a bound demon. Did I already lose him? I did. Where's my consume? I'm gonna go back to Gorge, I think. Where's it, Gorge? Okay, I can't have a tainted and a bound demon. Huh. Okay. Is that right? Demon. Oh, here we go. So as I put more in demonic mastery, I get more demons. Okay. Max demons. Is that right? I don't know. We'll figure this out as we go, I guess. just want to see how many demons can we have.
Go to the rogues' camp now.
How many demons can you have Diablo 2 Warlock? Mastery gives plus maximum damage. Each point, 10 points gives 1, maxes out at 3. Okay, so you need 10 points in Mastery to be able to get another demon. So that's my bad. Right now I can just have one demon. And as I get more points into Mastery, I'll be able to get more demons. The question is, do I stick with a Tainted for now, or do I do something different? I don't know. What's he doing? Fire damage, fire resist, max level. Probably fine. As I get more, I can consume him and then get a bound demon.
Yes.
I like experimenting.
You have risk.
Get a good ring. Fire resist, mana regeneration. Panacea. That's not. I'm gonna hold on to that. If I have a, I want to level up a, like a melee character that wants some mana steal. Sure. All right, let's keep moving forward. What does his aura do? Oh, the aura is fire resistance. I got it. Yeah, we're going with her for now. So we have a bound demon. I wonder if we can get Hephaestus, oh, who's the demon in, the armorer guy? He's a tank. This guy, I mean, this lady seems pretty good. So I have to put something on my bar. Fire enchanted extra fast demon. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. this is guy I think I'm gonna try to bind. Yep. Where is it at? S? Oh, I got the smith. That's awesome. What is his skill? First consume. Extra strong mana burn demon. That's cool. Oh, I can have 2 demons. So let's do this. Where is that tainted guy? Can I summon him? Okay. So I have a tainted summon. Can I consume him? Which I have consume. Should probably put that on something. Yeah. That gives us extra health. And we'll put, how's our block? 1, 2, 3, and the rest. Now, does that well heal the demon? Seems to. Good. There's also something else I wanted to try. Try it later. What is that? Death mark. Forces your demon to teleport and attack an enemy. Oh. All right, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta try that on somebody. That's fun. I think that could be cool as like in a. If that would work in PvP too, right? Oh my gosh, that was cool. That's cool. That is so cool. Shooting your demons at people. Or can I heal him? What did I put that on? Blood boil is E. Oh, blood boil is not what I want. That rupture blood, damage nearby enemies. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Or was consume? Consume, I should put on E. I thought I was consuming. No, I don't want to consume. What is sacrifice your demon? No, where's the heal one? Engorge. Oh, I put it on W. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Okay. Oops. Gotta start building my hotkey memory. I think I'll just go with the two demons for now. What was the other thing in that tree? Blood oath. Bind and life force of a demon. Life of your demons increase. Physical damage to your demon reduced. Damage goes to your mammoth. Okay. We'll just roll with the two demons for now. And then W heals them, E explodes them, R teleports them. This is just my hotkeys. I'm mentally telling myself this. Oh, that is so much fun. Couple that with Apocalypse. That was a pretty good combo. What does Blood Boil do again? Erupts your demon's blood, damage nearby enemies. 5 yards, 40 to 60 fire damage, costs the demon's life, but then you just heal him up with Engorge. Man, this stuff is excitingly fun. I always like catacombs. So many chests open. I think we'll go ahead and max out our pentagram first. Now that we have 2 demons. We'll try to keep our block pretty close to max. And then... Oh no! I wasn't paying attention. I just killed my demon. Okay, I gotta summon a new demon. That's annoying. About to bind a new demon. Wonder if the level of a bound demon Diablo 2 level of the warlock? Question mark? Based on the bound demon is not directly set to work, but rather determined by the points invested in buying demon's skill, allowing it to act as a powerful ally. The strength and level of the bound demon, enabling them. Okay. So it's based on the skill of my bound demon. Okay. Trying to think of another demon, Act 1-ish, that would be good to bind. Guess we could bind the Countess. She's a demon, right? Maybe we'll go do that real quick. We'll find the waypoint. We'll go find the Countess. On the short term, I guess I can get a goat man, right? Might as well. Oh, immune to fire. Why am I summoning a goat man? Oh, serpent skin armor. So close. That would have been great. I have 2 goat man. What happened to my tainted? There we go. So you could have 2 goat men or 2 tainted, I guess. Alright. We're learning as we go here, fellers. And fellas. I'm just figuring out as I go along. There's Catacombs 2. Okay, that's a helpful tip. If I, with the points I have invested right now, if I use my teleport, I'm going to lose a demon. Lightning enchanted and a summoner. Let's try to bind this person. Where's my bind? Okay, and then I go back to my pentagram. Alright, we'll just deal with this demon until we find something better. Just pay attention to its health, since I lost my blacksmith. Okay, there's cat 3.
Overburdened.
Undead crown. Not a decent helm for a merc. Alright, we're at a waypoint. Did I actually bind that demon? That's my bad. How did I do that? Ugh. Alright, let's go do the Countess.
Good evening.
Oh,
5 strength and poison damage on a Grand Charm. That's interesting. 1% better magic find on a or a large charm. Talk about garbage. The cold resist. Do I need the extra cold resist right now? I don't. I can get rid of that. So, like, looking at my charms, if I have any that I saved that I can now use, that might be better. Nope. This, I think I'm going to save just for the, maybe a mercenary. We'll see. Rockstopper would be nice too. 31% faster cast rate, 33. Stick with that. Alright. Hello.
Good evening.
Nothing we want. Okay. Let's go down and give the Countess, because I'm curious if we can bind her, because the demon I just bound was worthless. Wasn't paying attention. Black Marsh? Yep. Actually, I can see it up. No, that's not it. I might just consume that idiot. Have consume on my buttons. Nope. Oh, I do. It's S. I meant to consume that guy. There it is. A ghostly vile archer. At least until we get something better. A ghostly vile archer is not terrible. Right? I think. Alright. Oh, we may not be able to even bind her for all I know. I don't know. I'm just going to try.
Oh, fresh blood smells far sweeter than this.
I don't really want to teleport. Well, let's see what happens if I teleport. Do I lose my bound demon or my tainted? Okay, I lose the tainted. That's alright. So I can just resummon him. And we went with blocking again there and a few points into health. Now can I bind her? Bind. Well, that didn't work the way I wanted.
And blood.
Oh well.
Welcome to my cause. Hello. Well. Good evening.
Did not work the way I intended. We'll have to keep playing on this binding thing. Just in the short term, we'll just get another tainted. Okay, here's a demon. Let's bind this guy. Alright. Back to my pentagram. Again, can I teleport and not lose the bound guy? Yep. Good. I'm gonna put that on a far away skill somewhere. Consume. Oh, can I put it on T? Nope. I'll just unbind it for now. Because I don't want to accidentally consume my summoned guy. Or bound guy. Well, these Rocky Mountains used to be a lot rockier. You've driven 300 miles in the wrong direction? And then you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. That's kind of what I feel like when I'm trying to discover where to go in a dungeon. This way. Catacombs 4. Alright, let's go try to take down Andariel. Ah, I wasn't paying attention to my demons. That's going to be an issue. If I'm going to bind somebody, I better make sure I figure out how to protect his ass.
Greetings. And
The caravan is prepared. Act 2. Alright.
Hello.
Guess I can update the old stream title to Act 2 Nightmare on.
Greeting. How do I know? You have. I know.
Oops. Thought I was in my stash for some reason. Alright, that's done. I have a maid. Do I wait for 48? Or do I just make one now? Raltir Tal Soul. Raltir Tal Soul in a smaller weapon like this. I think we do. Ral. Where's Ral? Ral. Tyr. Tal. And Soul. Insight.
I bet you.
We'll hire. Well, I better. Got a stealth armor on him.
Who goes there?
We'll hire a prayer or a holy freeze. We'll get the holy freeze. Go with this guy. Oh, then what are we going to give him? Well, obviously we're giving him this. Let's go ahead and give him the Insight Halberd. At least give him something to get started with. Give him a Rock Stopper. That's not bad. Could give him this, which gives a little life steal for a little sustain on him. I have a bulwark, but he's not 35 yet. What is this, 31? And then armor-wise, that's going to do nothing for him. I don't hate the taunt. This is a cannot be frozen. It's probably going to be useful for a... Then Tal's Mask, obviously, is great. Armor-wise, I don't really have anything else built yet. I mean, I can, but... And then we have this life option. And a resistance helm. Faster hit recovery, faster run rock, dex. Doesn't need that. So I think we give him the life and life steal. Plus minus giving him the rock stopper. So let's give him that. And we'll give him the life steal helm for now. If he starts dying too much, we'll give him the rock stopper, see if that helps. Alright, so we have a minion. I've been drinking too much water, so we're going to take a quick bio break, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. A little more water. Just refresh where I've got Tainteds, Engorge, heal them, Blood Boil, blow things up. Deathmark, teleport them, and I have Apocalypse and Flame Wave. And I have Lethargy to increase damage taken and slow people down.
Good day.
So let's go down to the sewer and crush some people down there. Got another skill point. Put that in. Many sockets on that one. Alright, somebody's killing somebody over there. Let's get these done before I figure out what I'm doing. Okay, our block. 1, 2 maxed, and then vitality. And then skill-wise, I think we still work on maxing out Apocalypse. Nothing that way. Experience Shrine, thank you. Less worried about mana now that we have our insight. I guess I didn't even look. What level insight did we get? 17 meditation aura. Not bad. That was somewhat annoying trying to figure out where to put the circle down. Once we get a little bit more stable in our mana pool, we can probably put down some rejuvenation potions on our belt instead of just rolling with mana and health pots. Sewers 2 or 3. Level are we? 35? Moving along good. Okay, we got immune to fire over here. That's probably not good. How are we going to deal with immune to fire? Can I summon Goatman? Everything here is immune to fire. Where's my Goatmans? Get Goatman for a while. There we go. Goatman, take care of it. At least until we get a better bind demon.
evening.
Welcome to my shop.
All right. Act 2, Quest 1 done. Let's head out into the rocky waste. Pick the right direction. Straight to the dry hills. Leveling pretty good here. And literally, I'm just going left here. This. And I just happened to get lucky and found the far oasis. That's probably Lost City that way. Well, we'll find a waypoint here first. Before we head that way. Head down into the miserable tunnels with the maggots. Steps. Where the steps go, they go up. Seem to be moving well. Just trying to find the waypoint and the maggot there. I've already think I've identified where the entrance to the Lost City is. I think we might have taken the stairs for no good reason. Oh, did we already grab the waypoint? And I'm just looking for the... Yeah, we already grabbed the waypoint. There it is. The waypoint was right by it. I walked right by it, apparently. Okay, let's grab the maggot lair. This is where having your teleport staff is going to be pretty useful. Got to be a little careful doing that in hardcore. However, you don't want to teleport into a big pack of something and die. Not that I've done that. I have. Huh. Can you get a compendium that has 4 spot sockets? I wonder. Can warlock books in Diablo 2 get 4 sockets? You can have 1 to 2. So you could potentially get a 2-socket book and make a magic find shield. That could be fun. I don't like teleporting when I have curse on. I'm gonna end up clearing out a whole pile of the maggot lair here. Alright, maggot 2. 2 to dexterity, I don't hate. That's basically 2 points in vitality. Back to I'll leave the goatman out. Alright, we went in the wrong direction here. Is it going to be right over by the entrance? Oh, that's so annoying. I'm going to have to repair this anyway. I'm just going to go straight up. Oh my god, what am I doing? I gotta get out of here. That was scary. That's what happens when I teleport too much. I got my hotkeys screwed up. Teleport should be on here, but I just burnt through too many teleports. That was bad gameplay. I am so sorry.
Right poison can't cure. Good day.
Hello.
91k to repair that. That's fine.
Not in town.
Am I not on the right?
I can't do that here.
Alright, get rid of that, get rid of that. I think I'm going to keep one row of mana potions, and we're going to put a row of full rejuves down. Because apparently I'm going to play like a dipshit. So, rejuvenation potions probably would be smart.
Citizen.
You don't have enough gold to do that. Well, I do. I just have to withdraw some. I have a whole bunch of gold on my other characters, but it's such a pain in the ass to transfer it. Alright, let's go back to the Far Oasis. And now we have to re-find the maggot lair. Not a big deal, but somewhat annoying. There's maggot lair. Now let's be cautious as we're doing this, gentlemen. Seriously. Make sure which thing you're on when you're teleporting. So have that on a hotkey. Alright, that sucked. This is why I hate the maggot lair. Go back and resummon our
Tell me your troubles.
mercenary.
goes there.
Like I said, cautious teleports are fine. Alright. A Maggot Lair 3. Ah. Just head north. Your boss will be north. Alright. That was much better. Staff of Kings. Pop that in there. Let's head back to town. Identify some stuff. Talk to this lady.
It is an honor to serve you.
Repair the gear.
Hello.
Alright, now we can head to the Lost City. I just don't know where it is because it's a different map. Oh shoot, I gotta go wake up my boy. So quick pause. I gotta go wake up my son. I'll be right back. Actually, now that I think about it, this might be a good place to sign off. We're at 37. We did just level up. So we're going to take Apocalypse. Our block is max, so we'll just dump the rest into Resistance. And we're going to save and exit. And this is where we'll log off at level 37, Act 2, Nightmare of our Warlock adventure. I'll be back.